That was some sick plays.
That was.
These guys are hyped, I can tell you that much. They've been waiting so long to have their first official match. And so UCM again is going to hold the high ground here. Looks like Cornell sitting somebody down. Big wall, but big shatter coming in from Cornell, but not going to really help out. Baggins is down, but in consolation, looks like it's an even trade between Armay and Reinhardt with their Reinhardt, and their looks like it's continuing to trade off. Bite me again, popping off on that. Got the Diva DMAC at 5 HP, but then, Moira Skill Orb comes through and kills you. But it looks like Jonah's trying to do his best to clean up shop here against this Moira. Looks like it's going to be a success. Eats the Skill Orb from Moira, and that's going to be a good cleanup. Oh, nope, never mind. Hold up, there's the Diva Bomb from Cornell. Trying to contest the point, trying to keep people out. Jared having good positioning back here, holding out. Big sleep onto the Reinhardt. That was good. I know his teammates kind of woke him up, and he's kind of mad about that right now. But you know what? It gave him an opening. So looks like UCM's able to clean this up and able to solidify this point. Just have to wait and see if there's going to be any kind of tricklers. Looks like there is a trickler coming in from Moira, Cornell. And so looks like Cornell.
That's gonna be nice.
I don't think Cornell's going to be able to make it back in. Big Diva Bomb, and that will be map 1 for UCM. That is a step closer to their first legitimate win in this tournament. And so let's see what the POTG is here. Bet you it's Bite Me.
Great healing
there
from
UCM's
UCM's
it was great healing.
supports. Anna and Lucio, specifically Anna, was doing very, very well on her healing. I love to see that there.
It's a great thing. What is okay? This is what I'm talking about. Like random Reddit Lucio plays that he just does in the middle of the team fight. It's the greatest thing ever. I love that. I love that so much. It's like hilarious. You don't get to see that in some of the other pro scenes, but just to see it here in one of our games, it's really fun. But yes, to go back on your point there, Jared has been doing a lot of training within practice and whatnot. He's had individual coaching sessions to try and better his Ana play, and you can see it shining through here. Yeah. And so it's really working out. And you can also see Baggins' coaching skill as well in trying to keep the team formulated and figuring out a plan. Oh, yes.
Positioning. Ana had great positioning behind her Reinhardt and her tanks. She was also using those corners very, very well, hitting nice bombs, hitting nice hills onto the Reinhardt, keeping her front line alive. It was really, really nice from him.
Oh, it was super nice. It was super nice. So I can't say much more about it. Like this game has gone really well for UCM. And so the next map that we're going to be going to is I think it's going to be either an assault or a hybrid, I think. But anyways, like UCM is doing real good.
Yeah, what do you expect to come out from Cornell College to counter this composition that UCM hasn't strayed from at all? They have the Reinhardt there, who's been pretty big. The Lucio, as you just saw in the play of the game, is getting some nice moves, great healing there. What can Cornell do to counter this?
Well, the biggest thing that Cornell can do is that in order to stop UCM, they did it at the beginning of Oasis. They cut off the Reinhardt. They used their Maywalls right. They were able to actually use it to split off enemy teams well, or split off our team well, to where they were able to take out half the team, and then the other half the team's like, that's kind of what it boiled down to, is that you needed to be able to use the walls in a more effective way to take out things. So that's just what it's going to be. So it looks like we are going to Rialto, a good old payload map, newer one. I don't know if you've seen it yet, have you?
I have not seen Rialto, so I am very, very excited to see this map here.
We're going to Italy, my boy. We're going to Italy, like Venice style. It's pretty cool. I'm wondering if anybody's going to be a meme and hop onto the boats. Like, that's my big thing right now. So, but yeah, no, that's Cornell's biggest thing, is that they're not utilizing May's kit to the greatest ability, I feel like, because May is very crucial in both these compositions. Like, May is stupid OP. Like, there's overpowered, ladies and gentlemen, meaning that she is broken, meaning that she should not be as good as she is, meaning she shouldn't be Tom Brady of this whole blasted thing. I don't know what other sport references I can make for you to understand what I'm saying here. But she is so good at what she does. If you have a player that is actually good at what they're doing, looks like Cornell's making it a substitution here. Don't know what that means. They all have Chengdu Hunter logos. I don't. Okay, whatever.
We'll see.
They're hunters now. That's. I was expecting a goats logo because
switched into hunter mode.
They're looking for blood. They're looking for blood.
They are.
And so this is just going to be a really intense fight for UCM. But then again, you have control, and then you have the difference between control and payload is that you just have a moving objective this time. So Cornell can reset at a different location along the path of the payload and just kind of hold differently. So if they don't like the first spot there around the bridge where they can't really get much stuff done, then they can back up, pick a different slot, and do things where Maywalls might work better for them.
Yeah, some choke points can be very, very hard to get through with specific team comps. May is very good at cutting off choke points with her ult and her wall and just the utility that comes out from her slows. So I am anxious to see how UCM, if they are attacking here first, decides to push through those choke points that can be created.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a fun time. So I think UCM's gonna stick with their normal here, which is the Reinhardt, Diva, May, McCree, Ana, Lucio, because it's just a working meta as of right now. And until hero pools come out next week, which Lord Almighty, that's gonna be fun because those will actually affect this tournament. Yes. And then everything's blown out of proportion, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you who don't know, hero pools means that they will ban a few heroes, meaning they will not be able to be played at all. So that means more than likely May will be banned, McCree will be banned, Reinhardt will be banned, and possibly Ana will be banned because they do it by percent used. So
I like to see it, though. It's going to be interesting to see how these teams adapt to the main meta champions here being banned there. So we will see other champions that we don't generally see, maybe a Wrecking Ball, maybe more Brigitte coming in.
Yeah.
So I'm anxious to see that. I like that.
It'll be interesting for sure, but I feel like it's just going to bring in more of a dive comp. But that's just me personally. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We are on Rialto, and your UCM Esports team is here and ready to kick some Heine. So here we go. Let's see here. UCM is picking up around the normal corner here, trying to see if they can get some poke damage. No boop ability here unless Dylan wants to hop in and do that, but it looks like he's going to say no to the Reddit Lucio moves today.
Not do that. This is professional play.
This is where we don't really need the Reddit Lucio just yet because they're kind of expecting it. Looks like Cornell Diva is trying to go up to the high ground here and trying to sploot some stuff down onto Bite Me, trying to hold him down. Looks like Cornell's going for the Reaper. Yeah. So they're going for the Reaper so that they can pump out that raw damage and burn down Baggins and burn down Jonah there real quickly and get that kind of stuff done. Looks like Cornell's Reinhardt kind of charged out. Baggins has a pump up. Looks like they're going in. Oh, dang. Bite Me takes out freaking Reaper there. Takes out the Moira. Bite Me is on fire today.
Right this McCree
helps.
Work.
McCree is doing stuff. His positioning, his aim today is on fire. This is a good day for Bite Me. And so this is just good all around for UCM. So they were able to hold the point. Pushing the payload that far, typical in most games in this kind of level. So I'm not too worried about the fact of how far they pushed it because, you don't want to hold around that bridge. You get booped off. Yep. That'd be Dylan's playground. You don't want that. You don't want DD coming over there and saying, yo, take a swim.
Cornell is reset here, so they will try this for a second time. Many of UCM's ults are up, so this should be a big fight between both teams, actually.
Should be a big fight. And, looks like DD is taken down by the Cornell McCree. Yeah, big shatter. Big shatter coming in, and looks like UCM is able to clean up after the shatter. And so it looks like UCM is able to kind of hold their own here and reset.
Cornell is having a very difficult time getting around this corner. I'm interested to see if they change up any of their picks. Clearly what they're doing right now is not working. Their ultimates may be up. I know the Reinhardt's is down now. We'll see what they change here.
It's going to be interesting because I can't tell. Was the Reaper switched out for the May? Was that what happened?
I believe so.
Why? Why? Switch out the Reaper for the McCree or something else because somebody's not doing work. Look like a Blizzard out here from UCM trying to get some freezes out there. Diva ult coming in from UCM. Looks like we're able to clean up real quickly, get some things done. Jared kind of just staying in the background where he's supposed to be, doing some things here. I'm looking at the wrong screen. We are on Diva over here on the program feed, and looks like we are resetting for this lovely match. UCM is doing a great job on holding things and doing what they can to try and win this match. So they're
doing very, very well at the moment, though.
I can tell you this much. They're doing better than last season. Yeah. I can tell you that much.
We have about 1:10 left in this match, and the first corner has not been pushed in yet. So UCM is doing very, very well here.
They are. They're seeing that there is a Reaper, so they're pulling back so that not everybody's taken out. Big Diva Bomb coming in from Cornell, but UCM's able to hide from it. Rickless Morty falls to the Reaper due to his positioning. Beat comes out by UCM. Looks like UCM's trying to hold their point. Baggins takes out the Moira. Jonah takes out the enemy Reinhardt. Looks like it's going to be a good swift cleanup. And Cornell will have to have a reset unless the Reaper here can carry and just delete everybody, which he usually has that ability, but not happening today. Looks like Jonah goes in, punches people out of existence with a little help from his buddy Reinhardt to hammer Reaper out of the order. So another hard reset for Cornell. This is good. This is great for UCM. This is good positioning. They are at about the halfway point to the first checkpoint. So anything can really happen. Coalescence coming out from Cornell, trying to get in some extra damage, trying to pump in some stuff so they can push through. Looks like Baggins gets the nano and is going in to try and get some damage in and also trying to stay alive at the same point. Death Blossom coming in from Cornell is able to take out Didi. That's a big kind of speed boost kind of type thing that's going out. They looks like they go back with the May instead of the McCree, which is what should have happened at the beginning for Cornell. And as you can see, it's changing things. Diva Bomb coming out from UCM trying to contend with stuff. Jonah Remax trying to go back in and kind of contest for what he can. But it looks like UCM will have to do a reset here and just pull back and just either hold the choke here before they get to the first point or just let them have the first point. But as you can see, Trey, you bring out the May.
Things get done. Cornell did go into desperation mode there. They had to push the payload. They let everything they had, as you can see, right out of the base.
Oh, man.
Fight here.
UCM brings out the beat, the blizzard. They're doing their darndest. Baggins is down. Rickless Morty goes down to the Diva Bomb that comes out. We are all pressing Q at this point to see who can live Q the longest. Big nade out from Jared, but it's not going to do much for you. But that's okay, because that means everybody just reset their Q. That's literally what that point just meant.
True.
Nobody has ultimates more than likely, so this is just going to be a fun type thing for everyone.
Yeah, Cornell came out there, guns blazing. They had to get that payload to the first checkpoint there. They were successful. UCM held them off for a very, very long time. But coming around this next checkpoint here, we'll see what UCM has.
Hopefully it's something big, hopefully something good. So we'll see what happens here. Looks like UCM is going to just kind of hold that corner as best they can. Blizzard coming out from Cornell, wall in from Rickless Morty. Kind of works out, but in the end, his team is kind of deleted and removed. So this is going to be another reset for UCM. But again, I told you at the beginning, this is what Cornell needs to do. They need to have a way of, using their May correctly. And it looks like they just had to swap to a Reaper because I don't know if their guy is having issues with landing their shots on like our guy Bite Me or like what's going on. Because
enemy May wall there.
Yeah, no, like the May walls. Reinhardt is out.
Yep.
Right, our Reinhardt is down. This is another hard reset for UCM because you can't go in there without your main tank. You need that shield. You need it to keep your McCree alive, to keep everybody else alive, to keep people protected. So it looks like it's going to come down to this last choke point here, and that's not looking good for UCM. This is never a good choke to hold.
And as you were saying there, you need to be able to use your May correctly. As another May wall comes off,
Big May wall coming in for
the
Cornell.
Reinhardt again, but they're not able to finish that one off.
No, but big shatter coming in from Mr. Baggins, and then Bite Me comes in and gets a couple of damage points, and that will be a reset. Looks like they're going to try and stagger. Nope, never mind. They just want to instantly delete that crap. And so that's done and over with. No staggering here, ladies and gentlemen. Mercy kills only. And so now UCM is in a very good position to hold.
Are in a very good position. They did use a few ults there. Hopefully they can come back with those ultimates, getting them back fairly quickly too. Hold off the end of this payload here.
Yeah, that's going to be the key thing here is just kind of holding off the payload as best as they can, being able to see if they can hold the choke. And then this, again, is where May placement's going to go. Blizzard coming out from UCM, able to take out the enemy May, and it looks like UCM's just wiping out everything that they can find that is in red. And so UCM will hold this point again, and this is what I'm talking about. You find a good spot on a payload map and you can hold really well, you're going to win the map, or you're going to hold this point really well, because this is a better position to have to push the payload than having it all the way to the third one. So UCM has roughly about a minute to hold here, and that's going to be hard and doable. Looks like Baggins here might be looking to get a little bit on his shatter. He's almost there.
95%.
95. Cornell coming in through the bridge area. Reinhardt is walled off for Cornell, but it looks like the rest of his team coming in. Death Blossom coming in from Reaper. 3K kill from the Cornell Reaper. Taking 4. That is going to be a reset for UCM. That is
very, very bad. Very bad for
That
UCM.
is bad for UCM, but glorious for Cornell because Cornell's Reaper was able to go in and just get those kills. I don't know if he was like flanking around or whatnot. Looks like, Jonah on his signature wrecking ball. This means he is done. He's here to murder you. He does not want your BS in his face anymore.
Gets behind the Reinhardt.
Yes, Jonah's known hero is Wrecking Ball in Sigma. Really, Wrecking Ball, he is really good at this. Oh, looks like a Diva Bomb coming in from Cornell. Jonah coming in from behind, trying to get some damage out onto the enemy team. Going in. Pile driver trying to get the Moira out of control there. UCM and Cornell are trading off kills. This Reaper is really shredding through UCM and causing lots of issues. DD's doing his best to keep his team alive amongst all these skill orbs. Looks like Jonah is taken out by the Reaper and the Mei. Beat coming out from DD to continue stalling to keep himself and Mr. Baggins up. Sleep coming in from Jared on Cornell. And it looks like another Death Blossom coming in from Cornell. It is a triple. But Rickless Morty comes in with a freaking blizzard and is able to stop stuff. Bite Me comes in with a Tracer, is able to do some swift cleanup. Freaking Jonah comes in with his mines and is able to keep people off the point for a little bit. And now it's just up to UCM to try and janitorize this whole thing. And it's just, oh, man. This might be the end. And Cornell is not – that was a great hold by UCM. Didn't make it to the full 3. So that is a good thing. Bad thing is literally like a meter away from the third point. So UCM's now going to have to try and – pretty much win the game. Yeah. You push it completely there. You got to push it to the very end. So this is going to be a fun one for UCM. It will be. That Wrecking Ball pick, I really like that pick at the end. It was doing very, very well. I believe if Wrecking Ball was more meta, if Wrecking Ball does become meta in the hero pools, you'll see a lot of skill coming out of Jonah for that because that is his signature hero. If we are able to play Wrecking Ball, no team can really stand to us because he is that good at it. Those are big, big words coming out of you, Cornell. I know they're big words, but I've seen him play Wrecking Ball, and it's BS for me because I'm on the enemy team, and he's just like all over the place. So it's insane. And so, like, if that happens, it's going to be a great day for Jonah because Jonah will be so happy because he can play his Wrecking Ball. So with hero pools coming, he may get more opportunities he may to play get his Wrecking Ball there. Because if it goes to a dive-ish meta, then you're going to have your Wrecking Ball – and maybe Winston. It's probably going to be more Wrecking Ball Diva, I would feel like. I mean, you'd want the Winston for the bubble, but that's besides the point. So looks like UCM here is setting up for their attack run. And so this is where they might have to be able to say we need to really contend for that Reaper. That Reaper is what really killed them last time. Literally killed them on a multitude of occasions, Trey. Quadras. He had a bunch of great ultimates there towards the end, and it wiped UCM out pretty bad. He was just deleting people left and right, and so it's just a hard thing to do for everybody. So we'll kind of see what happens here with the attack run. So here we go, fingers crossed. Looks like UCM's going to just kind of hide behind the payload. Looks like no Cornell Lucio coming in to try and do a little Reddit boop. Cornell's going to try and hold the corner here. Big wall coming in from UCM. Looks like they're going with an Orisa. Okay, sure. They want to go with like a weird double barrier style, which is totally fine, totally fine. They really want to pump in the damage and keep Baggins from keeping that shield up. Cornell's being pushed around the corner. Looks like Jared and DD are taken down, but Bite Me's able to get the enemy Lucio. Looks like Reaper's trying to wraith away. Bite Me is down as well from a fire strike. So that was a bad fight because it looked like Jared and DD just kind of yeeted themselves in to the front line. Without communication. And I don't know if it was without communication or if it was like, let's push, and then somebody got staggered. I don't know. Maybe like this Orisa pick kind of surprised them. You don't see Orisa too much. You don't, because Orisa's a very weird pick in this instance. So basically what they're using the Orisa for is just for the second barrier so that they can refresh Reinhardt's. But it looks like that's not going to – okay, so it looks like Cornell's big shatter coming in from Mr. Baggins. And so it looks like we're going to be able to try and stabilize here. We got rid of their Lucio. Our Lucio's down now. Jonah coming in trying to clean up as many picks as he can. Looks like he's going to retreat. Hammer coming in from Cornell. Looks like that's not going to really work out so well. Rickless Morty and Bite Me are down. Jonah's trying to see if he can take out some people. Is demeched by the enemy. McCree goes in to try and kills the Reinhardt and Baby Diva form, and then dies to the McCree. And then you sit there and go like, well, that was fun. So great Baby Diva kill there. I love when she died of her mech. I didn't even know Reinhardt was that low. That was pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. That was pretty neat. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. So UCM regrouping again. This is a very critical push that they need to get through. And so now you just have the weird raw damage issues going on here. Looks like Rickless Morty's going to try and see if he can hunt down a wall to help his team out, but Cornell has to get really aggressive and come around the corner before he can use that wall. And so we'll see what happens. Sounds like a Reaper's in the background. Nano boosted, and he's ulting. And so looks like he again is able to kill a few people and just kind of resets everybody. High Noon coming out from Cornell as well. Looks like Cornell used a lot of ults there. That's at least 3. Yeah. And I don't know if they have Shatterback at all either. So they might have what, a Diva Bomb? Yeah, maybe. Maybe. But so
We saw another great ult coming out from that Reaper. He did end up getting a triple kill there.
He is the carry right now for Cornell. He is literally the reason why they're able to win these engages, because he's able to get into their faces and take them out. So UCM needs to come up with some kind of game plan and take him out.
They are coming from a different angle here.
They come through alleyway, throw out a blizzard to see if they can get people off point, retake the payload, and then try and sit here and pump out damage. And so the big thing, Diva Bomb coming out from Jonah. Oh, dang it, the Maywall from Rickless Morty took him out. But Baggins comes in with the huge shatter and kills 3 people with just the shatter, dude.
Triple kill.
That is insane. Jonah comes in and wipes out the Orisa. Looks like UCM will be able to push the payload to the first tick. If I was Cornell, you can try and stall it, but I don't know if you're going to have enough time to reset fully.
Oh,
Maywall coming in, trying to hold those off. Reinhardt coming in and charging. We got the tick, so time has reset. Now this is just a soft reset. Ooh. Big nade coming in from Nano. Jared, and Nano Boost coming in onto Jonah to keep him alive.
I'm not sure about that Nano Boost, though.
It would depend on how low Jonah was getting. I could not see what was going on, but, I mean, you know, sometimes you just get excited, and you're like, I want to win fights. And so Jonah comes through, takes out the Ana, is able to start a stagger effect on that.
And Diva does the wave goodbye to that Reinhardt. Little troll there, but
that fire strike you wanted me to hit, yeah, it's gone. You ain't getting it no more.
So that's kind of what it boils down to. So now it looks like Cornell's going to try and hold this corner here underneath this little cathedral-like thingy. And then it looks like Jonah's going to come up here and try and kind of contest the McCree here. He's trying to pump down damage. Looks like we're able to get around the corner here. UCM coming in. Hammer coming in from there. High Noon behind. Able to take out DD. And so McCree is behind enemy lines, is taken out by Bite Me. Mr. Baggins takes out the Bongo. High Noon coming out from UCM and is able to take out 3. Bite Me with 3 dead eyes on that one. That is a hard reset for Cornell, and that might possibly be second point.
I wonder if they had communication on that, because May lowered the wall right as McCree's ultimate was charging up there, and it did secure him a triple kill. So great communication there.
Yeah, that was great communication. That was great kind of teamwork there. And again, that's what they've been working on, trying to get that stuff around. You're obviously going to have your quirks here and there with your teamwork, so I'm not going to be mad about that. Maywall coming in from Cornell to try and block off Baggins, but there is a gap there. So Baggins is able to retreat, kind of reset with his team. Looks like Jonah's looking for a sick little Diva Bomb. Another probably Nano Death Blossom, but he gets naded and is pulled back. Looks like Cornell's getting really aggressive. Nano, nope, no Nano coming out, but it looks like a Diva Bomb coming out from Jonah is able to take out the Ana. Big Reaper Death Blossom coming in and taking out the support line. Rickless Morty goes down, but the enemy Reinhardt goes down. Baggins says, up yours, Reaper, charge you into the wall. You get to go flying up into the air. And that, my friends, will be a team fight won by UCM. You know, sometimes as a Reinhardt, you just have to tell the DPS, up your nose with a rubber hose, you're going into the wall.
Great defense.
That's just how that works.
That was great defense on the Nano Reaper that came
That's exactly what UCM needs to be. They'd be like, guys, as soon as we see the Reaper in our backline, more than likely he's about ready to press Q. So let's not let him do that. Oh, trying to charge in Mr. Baggins, and that does not work. Beat coming in from DD to try and solidify this. Beat coming in from there. Baggins with a huge shatter. Nano coming in. Deadeye from Bite Me. Takes out 2. Looks like a Diva Bomb coming in from Cornell. Wall coming out from May to block that Diva Bomb. Looks like UCM has them kind of split off. Reaper's kind of like, I don't know what to do. And then is dead by the hammer of D. Reinhardt.
Reinhardt is coming in very big for UCM.
The Mr. Baggins is a very angry hobbit right now. It does not want this going on anymore. So he's gets the pin on the May, but doesn't matter. UCM caps the point and is able to take the second map.
Look at him stoic there in the camera, knows it was hammer time, and is leaning back knowing he just went off in that game.
But we have to acknowledge the fact that Cornell was able to find something that countered UCM so well. As you can see here with this Death Blossom, looks like DD booped him into his team. That's great. That's the kind of stuff you kind of run into. But that's something that where even though Cornell came up with something that could counter them, UCM turned around and go like, okay, guys, stop it.
Change what we're doing.
Look at the Reaper. Kill the Reaper. You see the Reaper? Surround the Reaper. Jump the Reaper. It's all good. It's all good. Yeah. So while we get into the next map, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to just take a quick little break here, and we'll be right back with the action.
Let's go, baby.
Okay, everybody, welcome back. Apparently, this was best 2 out of 3, Trey. That's my bad. There's also a lot of other things that went wrong. We were supposed to have full coverage. Didn't happen because people don't listen to their emails they send me. So, you know what? Whatever. They just got roasted by UCM. I'm pretty happy. So, this was a great day. This was a great game for UCM. First legitimate win for them, Trey. I mean, what were you most impressed by?
I was most impressed by the communication with the Reinhardt and the May. Reinhardt was in the front line doing very, very well, knocking people around with that hammer. He was staying – I don't think he died more than 3 or 4 times in a match. The Ana and Lucio were keeping him alive very, very well. So the healing coming out of UCM was also extremely nice. I'm surprised by the support play, actually.
It was really good. Like, yeah, they were working as a cohesive team. It was really good. I was really proud of our boys doing what they did. This was a better start to this season than compared to last season. So, you know, I mean, I'm happy for him.
2-0.
2-0, baby. 2-0. It's a great time.
Yeah,
it's a great time to be UCM Overwatch team supporters. I can tell you what. So, but with that, next week we will be back around – it's either going to be this time or Friday. We don't know. We're talking with the other team. I believe it's St. Andrews University. I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
In conversation with them about maybe rescheduling for Friday. We'll see what happens. But anyways, guys, do remember, if you do want to be on the team for either Overwatch, League of Legends, Rocket League, or if you want to start your own, like Apex Legends, Rainbow Six Siege, CSGO, Fortnite if you really want to do it, you know, maybe some competitive Minecraft PvP, you know, anything out there. So that deadline is tomorrow.
Those social medias are UCM Esports. So at UCM Esports on Instagram, Discord, Facebook, and Twitter.
So go check those out if you want to do that. And don't forget our giveaway. So if you want 2 free cases of Mountain Dew Game Fuel, go check out our social medias as well to see how the competition works out. Thank you all for joining us. I've been Cordell. This has been Trey, my casting partner, and we'll see you next time.